To understand it, first of all, we will see the statement of Lenz law and how it is the conservation of energy. So the statement is like that: the polarity of induced EMF such that it tends to produce current which opposes the change in magnetic flux that produced it. So now what is the statement that we will see here? So first of all, here we consider a coil. Let's consider a coil. I am taking one coil, and right now it is only a conducting coil. Now suppose magnetic north pole of any magnetic bar magnet is suppose approaching it. Now as per as the statement, there should be current in it in a such manner that it opposes the magnetic flux that is produced it. So here we can say that in the coil the current will induce in such that it opposes this magnetic field, and that means there should be a north pole should exist, or north pole should develop in the coil. This is only possible when the current is flowing in counterclock direction. In the same manner, suppose we consider that if the coil is kept as it is in a previous case, but now suppose the magnetic bar, as in the previous case, that is north pole was there. Now suppose it is moving away from it. In the previous case it was approaching, and now in a new case suppose that north pole is moving away from it, then it will produce current inside the coil in such manner that it will produce clockwise current in it. So why this happens, or suppose if it is not there, then how the law of conservation of energy is violated? Let's see that. So suppose, as we have explained in the first case, we can say that if the north pole of bar magnet is being pushed towards the closed coil, as the north pole of the bar magnet moves towards the coil, the magnetic flux through the coil increases. Hence, current is induced in the coil in a such direction that it opposes the increase in the flux, as per as the statement of Lenz law. This is possible only if the current in the coil is in a counterclockwise direction with respect to an observer situated on the side of the bar magnet. Here we should note that magnetic moment associated with this current has north polarity towards the north pole of the approaching magnet. Similarly, if the north pole of the magnet is being withdrawn from the coil, that is given in this figure number 2, then we can say that the current will flow in a clockwise direction and its south pole faces the receding north pole of the bar magnet. This would result in an attractive force which opposes the motion of the magnet and its corresponding increase in the flux. Now we can consider that Suppose a circuit is used in place of closed loop. Then what is the case in the above example? Now in this case also, an EMF is induced across the open end of the circuit, and the direction of the induced EMF can be found using this Lenz's law. Now we can also understand that the north pole, when approaches it, it will produce counterclockwise current, and when north pole is moving away from it, it produces clockwise current inside the coil. Here also there should be a case. We can understand that if a south pole of the magnet is approaches the coil, then obviously it opposite it, and in that case the current will produce that will be clockwise direction, like this. So this is a assumption as we can simply done. Here it is clear that this is south and north pole when it is approaches. Now in the same way, if it is moving away from this coil, so suppose south pole is going away from it, the coil current will produce in such way that it will try to attract this pole, magnetic pole, and therefore in that case that current will produce, that is north direction or in an anti-clockwise direction, so that the coil will behave like north pole. So obviously this is the explanation of the statement. Now that we want to see that how it follows the law of conservation of energy, or if this is not follows, how the energy conservation law will violate. So let's see a simple question or a simple case in which we consider that suppose we are given a coil, and suppose we see that suppose a north pole of bar magnet approaches the coil. Now suppose coil will have clockwise direction in it due to this motion. If the coil will have clockwise direction in it, then it is very clear that it will produce south pole in it as per as our right hand thumb rule. So in this condition, if bar magnet is moving towards the, or it is approaching the coil, the bar magnet will be attracted towards the coil at an ever increasing acceleration, because north and south pole are attracting each other, so that a gentle push on the magnet will initiate the process, and its velocity and kinetic energy will continuously increase without expending any energy, because we have just pushed it. If this can happen, one could construct perpetual motion machine by a suitable arrangement. But obviously this violates the law of conservation of energy, and hence this is not happen. So what will happen? Obviously this is not possible case. So this is not possible if it is the case of induced EMF. So now what will happen? So obviously the case that will happen is exactly opposite to each, that if north pole will approaching it, there will be a north pole or a counterclockwise current will produce in it, Therefore, if the counterclockwise current is produced, it will oppose the current that is produced, and we can say here we have to apply some external force on it. Due to that, some heat will produce, and that heat will be joule heat, and which is the loss of the sum of energy, as we can say that actually that energy is converted into heat energy and produce induced current. So the induced current will produce in such a manner. Illustration number 6.4 of 6 chapter 6, that is given to page number 211. Now the question is like that. In given figure shows planar loops different shape moving out of into a region of a magnetic which is direct normal to the blade away from the reader. Determine the direction of induced current each loop using lens law. Now we can see that the first upper square loop for a rectangular given as ABC, that is entering magnetic field. Second, that is a triangle shape loop ABC, which is going out from the magnetic field. And third, that is given as a non-uniform shape ABCD loop, and it is also coming out from the given magnetic field. Now in each of these cases we have to find out the induced current direction. So by using Lenz law we can determine the direction of electric current through each loop. First of all, we have to just imagine and consider that in which direction the magnetic field will be, and regarding that the induced EMF will oppose it. So using Lenz law for the first loop, that is rectangular loop ABCD, what we can say that first thing, when magnetic loop ABCD enters the magnetic field as given in the figure, we can say that the magnetic flux through the rectangular loop ABCD will increases, and due to the motion of loop into the region of magnetic field, the induced current must flow along the path BCDAB. So we can say here the current may flow in the direction that is BCDBA, in this direction, that is BCDBA path, and we can consider that it opposes the increasing flux. So by approaching, because the magnetic flux is obviously that opposes the induced current, and that is the given case number 1. Now in second case of this triangle shape loop, we see that due to the outward motion, magnetic flux through the triangular loop ABC decreases. Obviously something is entering into the magnetic field, then magnetic flux will increase. But if the loop is leaving the magnetic field, the magnetic flux will decrease. So here in this case, the loop ABC will have that decreases in its magnetic flux, and due to decrease of this magnetic flux, the induced current flows along BACB. So here we can say that the direction of new induced current will be BACB, that is clockwise direction in it, and so as to oppose the change in flux. Now again we will see the third case. Now in third case, as the magnetic flux decreases due to the motion of irregular shape loop A, B, C, D out of the region of the magnetic field, the induced current flows along C, D, A, B, C. C, D, A, B, C. Now, this is the interesting part. Why this happens, as again it leaves the magnetic field. If it leaves the magnetic field, then obviously it will try to attract the portion in which the magnetic field will produce, and therefore that the magnetic flux decreases due to the motion of irregular shaped loop ABCD, which is out of the region of the magnetic field, and the induced current flows along CDABC so that to oppose the change in the flux. Here we should note that there are no induced current as long as the loops are completely inside or outside the region of the magnetic field. So if ABCD is totally inside the loop, then there will be no change in the magnetic flux. In the same way, if it is outside the magnetic field, then there will be no change in the magnetic flux. And if there is no change in magnetic flux, then there will be no induced current. So here we should take into the mind that if these loops are either entering or either leaving in a uniform magnetic field, then and only then the change in flux will happen and it will produce the induced current inside it. Hello dear friends, now we will see an example number 6.5, in which this example it is given that a closed loop is held stationary in the magnetic field between the north and south poles of the two permanent magnets held fixed. Can we hope to generate current in the loop by using a very strong magnets? So here the magnetic field is existing from north to south always, but here in this case these two magnets are held fixed and the loop is also stationary. So whatever the magnetic field will be there, it will not change, and hence no change in flux will produce, and therefore we can say that there will be a no change and no current will be produced or induced inside the loop. So the answer will be no, because it is not moving and therefore it is not changing. Now in second case we are given that a closed loop moves normal to the constant electric field between the plates of a large capacitor. So here this is red coil which is kept inside a large capacitor. The capacitor will have electric field. Suppose this is positive, this is negative. So suppose the electric field is in this direction, here it is in this direction, suppose. So now a closed loop moves normal to the constant electric field between the plates of a large capacitor. Is a current induced in the loop? First, when it is wholly inside the region between the capacitor plates, and second case is also given that secondly they have given that it is outside. Whether again we can consider here the direction of magnetic field is given. So the direction of magnetic field is the same, but now the loop is outside the capacitors. So is it possible to produce that magnetic field or induced current inside it? So here we can say that again the case is no, because changing electric field does not produce magnetic field, or we can say that current is induced by only due to the changing in magnetic flux, not in the changing in electrical flux. So in any of the case as given in the question, no current will induce and therefore no change in magnetic flux is observed. Here to induce current we need change in magnetic flux, that is continuous change. Now question number 3. In this question number 3 they have given that two coils, two loops, one square and another is a circular coil, they are approaching in such way, or they are moving in such way that they are going out from the magnetic field. So a rectangular loop and a circular loop are moving out of a uniform magnetic field region to a field free region with a constant velocity v. In which loop do you expect the induced EMF to be constant during the passage out of the field region? The field is normal to the loop. Now here the question is very clear and we can simply answer that the induced EMF is expected to be a constant only in the case of the rectangular loop. The reason is very clear. In the case of circular loop, the rate of change of area of the loop during the passage out of the field region is not constant. Hence, induced EMF will vary in according to that, and therefore it will continuously change. Now in fourth case, the case is given as here: predict the polarity of the capacitor in the situation described by the figure. So here in question number 4, we can say that which plate will be a positive or which plate will be a negative. So the question is, the polarity of plate A will be positive with respect to B in the capacitor. Now the questions answer that how it will happen. So obviously we can say that the positive plate means there should be anti-clockwise direction current, and negative plate means there should be a south pole like approach should be there. So now what is the question here? We can see, when the north pole, left hand side north pole is approaching the loop, it will induce the current that is in anti-clockwise direction. We can see here, see this. So this will be the direction of electric current due to the loop that is approaching from the left hand side, because when north pole will approach, for that value it will approach the current, or it will induce the current in such way that it will oppose the magnetic field. So it should be anti-clockwise for that. In a same manner, when south pole is approaching from the other end, that is from the right hand side, then there should be some current in such way that it will be oppose it. So it is again a clear thing that it can be opposed by the way when the plate will behave as a negative portion inside or the below part. So plate A will be a positive while plate B will be negative. So A will be positive with respect to plate B in the capacitor due to the induced current direction it will be follow.